Jilla there, H3T to boot that dang on time. You know, it's second channel madness for real. When I was like thinking to myself like how it is I wanted to go about like rebranding this channel, I wanted to make it as professional and corny and over the top as possible. So I'm finally bringing back the jump cuts. Unfortunately, that means I'm probably gonna edit out 90% of me saying neither here nor there, but I figured the situation would definitely handle itself. But just for old time's sake, that's neither here nor there. So I've kind of never known what to do with this channel. The reason why I made it was about like 4 years ago. I got like a copyright strike for giving a negative review of a Tyga album, and they locked me out of my channel. So I thought my channel was gone. So I made the second channel just in case something happened to the main one. But years have gone by and I haven't really known what to do with this, but I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, from now on, Sever the Bond 2 is a style channel, gosh dang it. That means jump cuts, that means tutorials, that means a bunch of cringy stuff that I planned on leeching off of entirely, gosh dang it. So, beauty community, y'all ain't ready for all this. I figured the first video to go ahead and jump in the shenanigans and such is I figure I should do a kind of like a hair journey thing, because I want my hair not to be the central focus, but I figure it's a good place to start. So this is kind of going to be part 1, and next Friday will kind of be part 2. Part 2 is going to be more so what my plans are. Part 1 is where I've come from. The really great part about being a YouTuber and having already been on the internet for basically 5 years at this point is instead of like showing like nasty little like iPhone pictures, I can just like cut to videos of my hair so you can like actually like see it and stuff. It's not like weird MySpace angles or anything. So this is what my hair looked like to me in its prime last year. I had a really high flat top, and I started growing my hair in, I want to say September or August of 2017. I kind of didn't know what I was going for. I was just growing it, and it was just, you know, getting taller and taller, and I really wanted a flat top. I liked the way Derrick Rose's flat top was when he was on the Bulls and he had the face mask, so I just wanted to do that. But then as time passed, I mean, I kind of achieved it, and I had the flat top, and I was just like, okay, I guess I'll just go higher, because normally I'll leave my hair for like maybe like 2 months and then I'll shave it all off. But this time I was just like, what would happen if I just never cut my hair and I just kept going higher and higher? And as you can see from all the shenanigans I did last year, I just never stopped. I picked it out, and I just wanted to have like a kid and play. I was going for the Iman Shumpert at that point. I just wanted to keep growing my hair for as long as I possibly could. Fast forward to like December, kind of November of last year in 2018, my hair had gotten up so high and I didn't know what to do with it. Now again, this was the first time I had ever like really grown out my hair like that purposefully. So it's like I wanted the flat top, but then I got the flat top, then I just had a really tall flat top, and I didn't know what I wanted. And when you get to that point and it's like your first time growing your hair, you can only think of like 2 options. It's like, okay, either get like dreads or locks or braids or whatever the official term of that is, gosh dang it, or just cut it all off. And I was just like, I didn't know what, because it was so tall and so out of control, and I had never had that much hair before. Granted, it was cold, but I just didn't know what the job to do. So I got cornrows just because I had a really crazy Allen Iverson obsession last year. I go through these like aesthetic like kicks and stuff where I'm just obsessed with a certain look, and I really like the way Iverson's braids look, so I got cornrows for the first time. That was very painful, but that is a story for another day. I had that in for like maybe 2 weeks, and then after that, like I took it back out, and it was like back to just having a lot of hair. And again, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't have any visions. I never had that much hair, so I didn't know what to do. And unfortunately, when you're an African American in America, well, that's a little redundant. Okay, let me do that again. Fortunately, when you're an African American and you're trying to get into corporate America, there's a bunch of like obstacles that pop up to kind of make you think that your hair is dirty, your hair is nappy, or your hair is not professional. And I fell for a lot of outside interference, and I actually cut my hair after almost like a year and a half of growing it. I just cut it all off. I just chopped it all off. I was like, okay, new year, screw this. I'm going back to the old me. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I like let it rock for like a day, but then I immediately put a hat on because I just hated the way I looked. I just couldn't take it anymore. It reminded me of like me in high school and like being a kid, and I just didn't like the way it looked, and I had grown accustomed to having a lot of hair. So for like a year and a half, you just have all this hair and then you're just bald again. It was a little bit too much, and I just immediately knew I was gonna grow my hair back again. When I cut all my hair off, it was like January the 2nd or 3rd of 2019, so the beginning of this year, at the top of this year. I just knew I wanted my hair back. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew I had to grow my hair back. Like, seriously, go back and look at the live streams on the main channels. I had a hat on for like 3 months because I just hated how I looked. Then around like March and stuff, I started going through like musically a Chris Brown phase, and again, you'll notice the phase and the aesthetics kind of like push where it is I'm gonna go with my hair. This was around the time he dropped Back to Love, and I just like really started to get back into Chris Brown again because he was dropping music and it was breezy season, and I always liked his blonde look. I thought him with blonde hair was really, really cool, and he didn't really have like a lot of hair. He just had a blonde head, and I was like, well, I've always wanted to dye my hair some kind of color, but I just didn't know what to do because again, I'm kind of past the whole I don't want to look not corporate thing. Like, I'm completely past that. I don't care anymore. But it's like, at the same time, I can't be walking around with like blue hair because then I won't get a job anywhere. So it's like I had to like try to find some type of in between. I went to, I think it was like a Sally's or something like that. It wasn't a Target. I think it was like a Sally's, and I just walked over to the lady and said, look, I'm growing my hair out again, and long story short, I want to look like Chris Brown, but I want to still be able to get a job. What color blonde should I go to? I have the bottle, realized that I probably shouldn't be doing it on my own, made an appointment to get my little fade and a shape up for my flat top, and I just, like, there was another lady at the salon I go to, and I was like, yo, could you dye my hair? And she was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, maybe like a little Odell, maybe a little Frankie Lakina. Like, I don't really know what I'm going for. I just know I want to look a little bit different because I knew I was gonna grow my hair back. I just didn't know, like, I didn't want it to be the same thing again. Like, I didn't just want to grow the flat top again. I wanted it to be legitimately different. You feel like I don't just want part 2 of what I had. I want to do something different. Again, when you're not really like educated on like all the things you can do with your hair, with what you naturally have, regardless your race and stuff, I'm just like shooting into the air like, maybe I'll get curly hair or something, maybe I'll do braids or something. Like, I didn't know. I just knew it had to be different. I didn't just want a flat top again. So I went blonde, and at the time, I think my hair was like too short to even like pick, so I wasn't really like doing anything to my hair other than washing it. So I went this color blonde, and I just kind of left it, and I really started to think about what should I do next. That's around the time I started looking up videos on like maybe freeform dreads. The issue with that is I just feel like everyone has dreads right now. Literally all my closest friends who are black have dreads. So it's just like, I didn't want to just kind of like jump on the dread train, and then I was a rapper last year too, so it's like that was really nasty. So like I didn't know what to do. I was thinking maybe dreads, maybe just a blonde flat top, maybe do the old, like I didn't know. I just knew whatever it was gonna be, the top was gonna be blonde. That's about as far as I got. And right now, I'm just kind of letting my hair get back to where it was. I've been growing this for about 7 months now. It actually is 7 because it's from January and now it's July. Look at that on camera mental math. Who's dyslexic? Not me. So yeah, I guess I should be getting closer. My bad. I'm very, very new at this here. I should be showing you my hair. See, like, it's like this is 7 months right here, and I think it looks dope. I mean, I don't even really feel like I need a haircut. Not just because I can't afford it at the moment, but just because I just think it looks dope. I think I think the contrast of like black and blonde, I think that combination is really, really dope. Or dark brown and blonde is really dope. So right now I'm just focusing on growing it out rather than a specific goal. But in next week's video, we're gonna speak on what the goal is and what it is I'm trying to go for. Because I've got 2 ideas of what I want to do. I'm just not sure I've decided on it yet. I'm still just growing the hair. So I don't know which way to go. I just know at 7 months, this is around the time I need to decide what it is I'm gonna do. So we'll go into more detail next week of what specifically I'm trying to do. But I just wanted to give a general just hair journey story / 7-month update. I've been growing my hair out this time around for 7 months. You know the whole backstory of why, you know what I was trying to go for, and next week I'll tell you exactly what I'm currently going for this time around. Again, this is gonna be a style channel, so we're gonna be talking about hair this week and next week, but it's gonna be a bunch of stuff. We'll talk about, you know, your nails. We'll talk about obviously fashion and stuff like that. I gotta get around to showing y'all my shoes, gosh dang it, because I've just been buying all this stuff and I never show y'all, but that's not even there. So just expect, if it involves style of any kind, I'm gonna be talking about it once a week on Friday. I wanna make sure it's not too much because I'm already doing a full-time mix channel on the main channel, and I can't do 2 full-time channels. I will die. Literally. So, yeah, so next week I will make sure that I come back and I do, you know, part 2 to whatever the jive this was. And it's more so talking about the direction rather than the journey to get here. So that's neither here nor there. I don't know if I did jump cuts well. I'm used to just kind of talking and then just uploading that, but having to actually edit. I don't know if I did good or not. Maybe I did. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. I'll probably keep that one. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you share the video with other people who might find me aesthetically pleasing or not, or just keep watching it over and over again in a streaming form. I'm not gonna say no to that. Make sure you leave that like, make sure you subscribe, send it over to all your beauty people, guru people, people, and I will see y'all on Friday for part 2 of this dang on hair saga. Then we gonna get into my shoes. I can't wait to show you my Derek Scotch dang, but that is not here to there. So I'll see y'all on Friday, next Friday. I could go. Hey.